Mr Rudd has just made an announcement about the carbon tax, and I thought I should offer a few observations about that before taking questions. Look, what Mr Rudd has announced today is not the abolition of the carbon tax. All he's done is simply brought forward Julia Gillard's carbon tax changes by 12 months. He's not the terminator, he's the exaggerator. He's not the terminator, he's the fabricator. He's changed its name, but he hasn't abolished the tax. All he's done is given Australians 1 year only of very modest relief. He's turned a $64 billion tax into a $58 billion tax. What he has done, though, is that he has essentially conceded the Coalition's criticism of the carbon tax. He admits that the carbon tax is hurting families' cost of living. He admits that the carbon tax is costing jobs. He admits that the carbon tax is damaging the economy, but he hasn't actually got rid of it. He hasn't actually got rid of it. In fact, he doesn't even understand his own policy, as was obvious in the press conference that he's just done with the Treasurer, where he made claims about benefits that people would receive every year, when in fact it's simply a one-off benefit, and the Treasurer repeatedly had to correct him. I want to make it absolutely crystal clear that the only way to get rid of the carbon tax is to change the government. This will be a very clear choice in the coming election. On the one hand, a government that believes in a carbon tax, which is going to go up and up and up and up, and a coalition that will abolish it lock, stock and barrel. On the one hand, a government under Mr Rudd, which has given us debt and deficit stretching out as far as the eye can see. On the other hand, a coalition that was the last government to actually give us a surplus and to pay back the debt. Fundamentally, a government led by Mr Rudd, which started the boats, versus a coalition which stopped the boats and will stop them again. Mr Rudd is not just the best friend that the people smugglers have had, he's actually their travel agent. That's what he's doing. And he's turned the Australian Navy into a virtual taxi service for people smugglers. Well, I say to Mr Rudd, it's just not good enough. The Australian people can see through you. That's why I am very much looking forward to the election contest whenever Mr Rudd cares to call it on.